Okay, so we are going to be installing a GFCI, and I'm going to explain how they work, right? So first I'm going to go find the breaker with my Milwaukee breaker finder, right? And here we are at the breaker box. Okay, so we are going to use the breaker finder to find the breaker. I don't know why I didn't just turn the camera around. That is neither here nor there. And so I see the label for kitchen receptacles, and for kitchen receptacles on the countertop, there has to be 2 circuits per code. All right, and so I had found it, turned it off, and you see that it's off. All right, and I'm gonna plug it back in. Also too, I have the Klein Tools wristband, got my Klein swivel. Klein sponsor me. We are going to go ahead and take this out, take the cover off. I don't know why I didn't put the screws on the sleeve, but that's another discussion. I guess I was just trying to get this done. All right, this is one of those situations where the closeness, the proximity, to the stove, all the heat and everything like that makes the paint heat up, and then when it dries, makes it a little sticky, stuck to it. So make sure you kind of make a slit around it so it doesn't mess up the paint. And you're gonna undo the screws. Yes sir. And so the other there's a switch, and so the circuit for that switch is still on, but of course, like a good electrician, like a good Sparky, I'm gonna check with my hot stick, my Fluke hot stick, not the Widowmaker. Yes sir. And so just looking at how it's set up and everything, and they used a commercial 4-square box. They since it's a apartment building, and an older one at that, they ran it like a commercial project. They did all the electrical wiring like a commercial project, so everything is metal as opposed to the plastic like that would be in a home. All right, so I'm gonna turn the hot side of the switch upwards, so I make sure I don't shock myself, and then make sure that the wire is not carrying current with the hot stick, and I make sure that it's safe, and just looking at how it's set up. Okay, and then now bringing you closer to the GFCI, so then you have 2 parts to it. You have the line side and the load side, right? So the line side is where the power comes in, and it is on the bottom. So what I did was a trick we do in the field. We twist the line wires around each other, right? And then so what I did was, just to make sure that is the hot, and when you turned the breaker back on, and you saw that my hot stick did light up, and I just went back to turn the breaker off, and my hot stick did not light up. But it does blink to tell you that it's on. All right, so now that I determined where my line side and my load side is, I'm gonna put that back together. And like I was saying, the line side of a GFCI is where the electricity comes in, and the load side is what is controlled by the GFCI itself. So like when it pops, when it trips, that's why you have to reset it. That's why the power goes out to your other outlets, and the load side is the side that carries the current. So all the rest of the outlets on that circuit. And your GFCI should always be installed at the beginning of the circuit, so the wire leaving the breaker from your breaker box, first wire leaving the breaker from the breaker box is where the GFCI should be installed. Make sure that the wires are fully inside of the GFCI. And what I do is I use a flathead when I'm screwing in to make sure I get a good torque, especially making sure that the neutral is torqued down real good, making sure that when I'm installing everything back, that everything is right side up, except the outlet, but that's another discussion. Alright, and what I kind of do is I will pre-fold the wires, and I'll turn them sideways. It'll look like a wave, like waves, but going left to right. That makes it a little easier to get in and out. And then making sure that the yoke of the devices are parallel with the sheetrock, with the wall. GFCI in there, but before I get before I screw it down, I just want to test it right, just to better safe than sorry. So what I'm going to do is push that guy in. Oh, I didn't record that part, my bad, y'all. But one trick that we do in the field is you turn around the plate on its face to make sure that you got the right distance, and then turn it the other way and screw the plate back. This time I made sure to put the screws on the sleeve, on the magnetic sleeve. And I'm just using the swivel so that way I don't crack the plate. And when you screw back plate screws, you want to make sure that your screw heads are vertical. Just going over the tools. Freemen Tech Service.